All right, can you guys hear
So
me
do you
over
want to
there?
sit down?
If you can't hear me, can you move a little closer? Dale, can you hear me over there? Can you hear me? There's hi. Thanks for coming. I appreciate you being here today. I've been watching some of these videos that Walter's been making. He's posted some of them on YouTube, and I'm pretty surprised at how much I use my hands. I had no clue. My left hand never stops moving. It's like this all the time. And I was like, man, you move a lot. I had no clue that I did that so much. I also apparently am way too comfortable. On the one video, I was like scratching my belly. Man, you need to like shape up a little bit.
Like that.
Feel a little less comfortable teaching, I suppose. I don't know. There's a passage in the book of Matthew. We call it chapter 10. It's a very difficult passage to teach. It's Christ speaking directly. See, there's the left hand. It's Christ speaking directly to the disciples about what their life is going to be like when they go out and follow Him. How to go, what to say, where to go, and what's going to happen if they do what He says. All I can tell you is that being a Christian or being a follower of Christ is costly. It's very costly. And if right now you consider yourself to be a follower of Jesus Christ and there's no pushback, there's no pressure, it's not costing you anything right now, then I would question, if I were you, whether or not I was really in Christ and whether I was really actually representing Him in the way that He should be represented. Because I can tell you for sure, I've been not everywhere. I've only been to 25 countries, but in the 25 countries I've been to, many of them were hard places. And I've been all over India and Asia and Afghanistan and Saudi Arabia and other places where when you speak the name of Christ, you are literally taking your life into your own hands. But your life is not your own. You were bought with a price. And even if it costs you your life, very small price to pay. Very small price to pay. But I can tell you for sure that if you are going out in your life and you are a follower of Jesus Christ and you are representing Him the way that He would want to be represented, there will be pushback. The world will hate you. That's a promise that the Lord said to us. If you love me, the world will hate you. He said, father's going to turn against son. Daughter's going to turn against mother. Friends are going to turn against friends. Co-workers are going to turn against co-workers. It's just a reality. Because this thing about Christ is just too big. Not everybody's going to get it. Only some are going to get it. And if you do understand it, it's because it was revealed to you specifically by God. That's why I like to teach where he asked Peter, who do you say I am? And Peter said, you are the Christ, the Son of the living God. And he said to Peter, you're right. And you know why you know that? Because my Father revealed it to you, or else you wouldn't. So if you know the Lord and you are representing Him in your life other than just here on a Sunday afternoon, it's easy to come here on a Sunday afternoon. We talk real big about the Lord here, how much we love God. We talk real big about that here. Tonight and tomorrow morning is a different story. And I guarantee you that if you're out there and you are living for Christ, there is going to be pushback. And if there's no pushback in your life right now, if you're a little bit too comfortable, if it's not costing you anything, I might re-examine my walk if I were you. I'm sorry if that hurts, but I said it to me too. All right? So, with now that I have excited you and completely turned you off, Matthew chapter 10 is where I'm going to start. I was going to start earlier, further, at the closer to the beginning of the chapter, but I'm going to go about halfway through. Verse 16, or what we call verse 16. This is Christ speaking. Everything that I read is going to be Christ speaking, not Matthew telling the story about what Christ said, but Christ speaking. Behold, I send you out as sheep in the midst of wolves. So be shrewd as serpents and innocent as doves. The point that I want to accentuate there is he says, I send you out. I am sent here today by Christ. I'm not here because it's a good thing to do. I'm not here to bring you food. It's not about the food. It's about Jesus Christ. And I want you to know him if you don't. And I want you to grow in him if you do. And I want you to mature in him if you have trust in him. And I want you to grow to the point where you become a multiplier. And you go and you tell others about the relationship that you have with him. But I want you to understand that when you go, you're not going in your own strength. You are being sent. And we need to look at people in a different light. When you're out in a crowd and people are bumping into you, or people are cutting you off, or people are insulting you, or people are crossing your path during the day, because a lot of times we get interrupted and we get really bothered because there's so many people and they all have their own interests in mind. They don't care about my interests, and they're always cutting me off and they're getting in my way and they're slowing me down and all this kind of good stuff. When are you going to understand that there are no mistakes? Anybody that comes across your path on an average day, that's not by chance. That's somebody that the Lord is bringing specifically in front of you that he wants to tell about himself through your mouth. You've got to consider, if you are in Christ, you are being sent. The marketplace is your ministry. The neighborhood is your